Thank you for all those who have checked out Robot News Alert. Today we have the chance to do something more important and more meaningful, which is talking about how robots can do a lot of good for our society. You don't have to look far to know that we have a lot of problems, systematic problems throughout all areas of life is very relevant. And the thing that gets you through is knowing where we're at today, that tomorrow can be a more positive future. So that's what I like to focus on. And we're going to start today looking at physical care and mobility care in this country and how robots can really help out with that. So you don't have to look further than asking the family who's either taking care of a loved one or elderly family member who maybe have broken broken a bone and is in the rehabilitation process. So in this country, that it happens a lot in nursing homes. So if you look at the stats about nursing homes, 87% are moderately to severely understaffed. So it's a very common story that something horrible happened, some trip, fall, and a broken bone, and you express the concern. You're like, well, we got them in the correct facility for that, correct hospital, and then the experience is that they're really not getting the care that they deserve. So with that, I want to take a moment to appreciate all those workers in that sector who are doing a lot of good work. And it can be a challenging job, and I just want to take a moment to appreciate what they're doing. And I also want a moment to invite you to thinking about maybe it's time we use robots in these facilities so that we can expand the care. I want you to feel how it would feel if you had a robot called AIREC. This is a robot being rolled out in Japan in elderly homes that it's a physical care robot. So when your loved one is immobile, it can make sure they're getting turned around in the bed, which is super important. It can change their diaper, and it can assist them getting up. I want you to feel how it would feel to have a Toyota human support robot. Now, this robot is designed to, after some injury, to have around the house and pick up things off the floor, pick up things off of high shelves. Just think about the difference that could make, because a lot of re-injury happens after trying to pick something up off the floor or holding something too heavy. And last, I wanted you to imagine having a robotic exoskeleton. So that rehabilitation process, normally we're in crutches or some sort of walker, but now we have robotic legs. So there's companies that create these legs. I'll link all the companies below, but there's companies that have these legs that can assist with walking and really be that extra support. So there's so much positive that I'm really excited about and in the future, and it's such a crucial time for us to be talking about this because there is opposition. There's those who want to drive up the prices of all these technologies, which is going to severely limit the access that we get. There's those who think human care needs to stay with humans, and I understand these ways of thinking, but I think with robots we're going to show that we can amplify the amount of care and compassion that we can give to our population by implementing them and keeping them affordable. So there's all these people in the United States, and I'm sure in the world, that suffer through these injuries. The person themselves, the families worried about the care that they're getting, and someone needs to stand up for them. Who's gonna speak up for them? And I've given you some data in this video about why it makes sense, but I'm not asking you to rely on data or anything else. I'm asking you to think about your own experiences. Have you had a broken bone and had to go through the rehabilitation process? And was that up to the standard that you think it should be done? That the standard that you would like for anything happens in the future or for future generations? And I think the answer, I think the invitation is that we now have the technologies to really make the world a better place through implementing, adopting all these technologies, and we need collaboration from consumers. Consumers play a huge part because they drive the demand. The technologists, the policymaker. It's a chance for us all to unite. So this has been this week's Robots for Good, and